Yes, sir.
I would like to talk together with Anthony about SolidCAM for operators as an initial part of SolidShop. For me, it's kind of the best tool on the planet. So I use my own computer, so I have no clicker. So what is it? For me, SolidCAM operators is actually the best tool available in the CAM industry, because you can install it directly on the machine, which we have seen earlier in my presentation. And you can also install it on a very cheap tablet-ish thing. It's not very resource hungry, so you can use it on a Surface Go and whatever. I will show it live, but first I want to explain to you why it is so important to have tools like this. So I created a machine shop. So I want you to imagine we are sitting in a machine shop. Anthony is the actual CAM programmer who is doing programs for me. So he is sitting there all by himself, programming a part. When he's done, of course, he gets a G-code. He sends it to the machine. And then there is the operator, which is me. So Michael, at this point, is angry. First of all, he's angry because he's a German, which we all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And second of all, I'm quite unhappy about the things that Anthony did. And I think this is happening all over the global machine shops, right, Anthony?
Absolutely. Same in the US. Angry Germans, too, in the US as well.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is. OK, so when the machine and the actual CAM department is sitting in the same facility, it's easy. We just talk and say, Anthony, tool number 1, completely wrong. Please change it. Do it again.
He's usually dragging me to the machine.
Yes, you know, it is what it is.
Telling me what he doesn't like.
But there are machine shops who are not built like this. First of all, he fixed it. The German is happy now, so there are a lot of hearts. Everything works. But there are companies who are not just one whole. There are companies who have multiple departments between the actual CAM programmer and the machine. So yeah, now we have more machines. We have Michael and Harry completely unhappy about what Anthony did, and we don't like it. So there are solutions to fix that, right?
If you're nice to me.
Yeah, I will. I will. So yeah, just take this as an example of what's happening in a machine shop. Of course, it's an illustration, but this is the reality. So the guy who programs it and the guy on the machine are not sitting at the same place. So what is happening is the following thing. This guy would send me the tools printed out on a PDF, or if the machine shop is advanced, it will be stored on a server or in SolidShop PDM, for example. He will send me screenshots about how the part is clamped, the fixtures, everything I need to know in order to run the part, but I have never seen the actual simulation or nothing. So I'm staying in front of the machine, eyeballing it, and just hope that nothing will crash. We don't like it. I don't like it. So yeah, he sends it, and no, this is not what we should do at this time. SolidCAM for operators is solving this problem, because just imagine you have a tablet like this installed on your machine. You have a not-so-fancy computer installed on your machine. You have it actually running on the machine, which we have seen earlier, because it was installed directly on a Mitsubishi controller. We split SolidCAM for operators in 3 different levels. So Anthony, would you tell us about what you think I would have to use as being your operator?
You're only getting simulator.
That's what
I'm
I
not even
figured,
letting
yes.
you change any features.
Ah, damn it.
Nothing. Nothing.
OK, so the idea is you have different people working on the machine. You have guys who are really experienced. They get the full editor. They can do whatever they need to do. Calculate operation, regenerate G-code, speeds, fins, downsteps, whatever. We have the LT, which is a little bit more limited, but you can still change everything you need to change. Watch the simulation, and you're good to go. And then you have the simulator, which obviously is for me, because I'm not allowed to change anything.
Yes.
So yeah, this is why we make sure that everyone who is working on a machine has exactly what he needs. And the most important thing is that this guy on the machine is part of the whole digital chain. Sometimes people on a machine are very scared because they think they're just the green button pushers. But now we have them on board. We can give them something. They are fully into programming. Anthony, I was talking about a perfect machine shop. So can you explain a little bit of how this works with SolidShop in a perfect setup machine shop?
Yeah, so, in a perfect world, as me being the programmer, I'm taking the engineer's model, I'm doing the planning, I'm making the CAM program, I'm also having to make all the setup sheets, preparing all the G-code. And in the perfect world, we want to be able to take that and dump that into a PDM. So that way it's revision control, G-code, setup sheets, the program. You know, if you're AS9100 or ISO certified, you need that. And then as you know, as the operator for Michael, you know, this should get into your ERP software, so that way production actually hits management. Management lets the shop floor know, hey, you need to run, you know, 50 of these parts. Here's the work order. Then Michael, as the operator, he's going in the Solid Shop into the PDM. He can download all of his information, setup sheets, G-code, whatever. He should be opening up SolidCAM for operators, simulating and being able to understand what's going on. Once again, in the digital world, you know, I know we do, like Michael said, we talk about the setup sheets, the PDFs. In a very simple shop, if you're doing very simple parts, okay, a PDF can, let's say, transmit most of the information. But I think most people nowadays are doing more advanced parts, and the setup sheets do not give all the information. And that's where you need SolidCAM for operators to be able to see that. And then you're going to use DNC to dump the program directly into the machine. As soon as Michael starts making parts, the management is going to be able to see on the monitoring everything that's happening. So this whole Industry 4.0 wrapped up all in one. I think, as Daniel said, the beautiful thing about Solid Shop is that we're not having to do everything all at one time. And I think that's you know, I don't know for how many people have been in the shop and really feeling that, but I think what Daniel said was right. Usually with MES and ERP, it is an all or nothing thing. You know, you really have to do a big jump and implement everything, and it's expensive and it's very deep to do. But with Solid Shop, you can kind of take these steps and reach this awesome, amazing level of ERP, MES, PDM, and all that stuff.
Yeah, you were absolutely right. But I would say a lot of talking. Let's jump into SolidCAM for operators real quick. I want to show you how it would look like in real life. So this is as I've mentioned, this is a tablet. So I'm trying to pull off a tablet thing. Let's see if this works. Yes. So imagine this is just a Surface tablet, because obviously this has a keyboard attached, so it's not. So let's go back to the real world scenario. We open the part. I'm staying in front of the machine. As you can see, I'm already working in a backup folder, so there is no backup of the backup anymore. Okay, so we open the part. First of all, I'm seeing the part as the operator the first time. I had it printed out as a PDF, but I had no 3D model of it, so I have no clue what this guy actually did. So I'm going to first of all have a look at the part. So what it is, it's obviously the middle section of an aluminum pen we machined that demo. And I'm just checking, okay, there is a thread, there is a hole, outer diameter, engravings, milling, and so on. But now I have to set up the machine, right? So the first thing I usually do, I open our toolkit, and I open the machine preview. And you cannot even imagine how handy this is when you're staying in front of the machine, just zooming in and seeing what tool needs to go where. Because as you can see on a military machine or a Swiss type machine, you can place it somehow everywhere, and you don't even know what you're doing. I have no clue about Swiss type machines in general.
Can you imagine me trying to explain to you through paper all of those tools, how they're set up, in what stations, how much they stick out? It's nearly impossible.
It is impossible, and even if you print out 100 PDFs, it will not do justice. So that's the first thing we do on the machine, and in addition to that, which I think is also something really handy that a lot of people know, is when I don't really know what tool number or gang post 3 is, I double-click it, and it will automatically display it inside our tool catalog, which I think is pretty awesome. You can do it on every tool station. Let's use this one here. It's T5. So it's very easy to set up the machine. What SolidCAM for operators is then also good in, you know, the first thing was a face-turning operation, but let's use the center drill. I open it, I go to levels, I check, okay, but I think Anthony has absolutely no clue about how fast this machine can go and whatever.
No idea.
5,000 RPM, are you crazy? It will never work. So let's say 4,500 or 3,500. 9.
I make Michael put a 9 at the end for every feet and speed he changes. That way I know later.
I know, yeah, no, I changed it. So what I want to say with this, it's on the machine, you can change it. He knows then exactly what we changed, because in the proper world, he is getting a report from me what I changed, but I were able to change it, for example, in the night shift, where he is not even there because he is at home with his family when I have to work.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Not really.
Yeah. Okay, so finally, before I run the part, I want to see what's happening. So let me open the machine simulation real quick. Will take only 10 seconds. And just imagine, this is a very low-spec tablet. So you don't need a very fancy computer in order to run SolidCAM for operators, which I do think is amazing. So machine simulation is loaded. You can see that monstrosity of a machine. But I know exactly what's going on. If I hit the run button, you can still zoom in. Probably you need to watch it 10 times to understand what's happening. But at the end, I know exactly step by step, because it's on the machine, what will happen next. And this is the beauty of SolidCAM for operators. And I think it's that tool you need in your machine shop in order to program and to get your parts done faster.
Yeah, and I think one of the most important things is that Michael is working with the same software that I work with as a CAM programmer. So him and I are now talking on the same language. So, SolidCAM lingo, toolkit, right? So like that's something we call. So Michael's not saying words and trying to explain to me things. He's saying, oh, I opened up toolkit. I saw what you did in T5. I don't think that tool's sticking out far enough. Or, hey, in the machine, the tool's actually a little bit longer. It's going to stick out longer. So Michael and I are now talking in the same language. And that makes, I think everybody who's a programmer, we were all an operator first. And we know that progression. And it's hard when you're trying to have that conversation with the shop floor, even through emails. Michael can even just text me and be like, hey, toolkit, blah, 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 blah. Or, hey, operation, the MCO T3000 select without part. We are now talking the same language, not talking G-code, which G-code is awesome, but it is not the best median to share back and forth with.
I'm not sure if we talk the same language, but at least we're talking about the same part. Okay, but there is more. There is more to SolidCAM for operators. I think we need to switch laptops real quick.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because it's not just a tool for staying in front of a machine. It can do actually a little bit more, and we are going to show it to you now. And
Perfect, I remembered.
The most important thing right at the moment, as we have heard today also from Titan, is to get the machine shops, our customers, more effective, because we need to produce parts faster, because the competition from all over the world is getting, very tough. So we need to be more efficient. Our customer need to be more efficient. And with tools like this, you definitely can be more efficient. And this is something we can give to our customers, which will help them immediately. So for me, every customer of SolidCAM needs SolidCAM for operators.
Yes. So an awesome part about SolidCAM for operators is that it's included in every install of SolidCAM. So me, as a CAM programmer, not as the operator, I also can use SolidCAM for operators, which you would think like, well, you're not an operator, why do you want to use it? The cool thing about SolidCAM for operators is it can be used as a lightweight viewer. So like, many times I'm programming parts, I would say as a programmer in a shop with multiple machines, I'm servicing multiple Michaels, right? There's Michael, there's Harry, there's Greg, everybody's coming at me with, hey, I'm having a problem with this, blah, 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 blah. You're in the middle of programming a part, and now you're interrupted, and Michael's like, can you open up this part? I'm having an issue. With SolidCAM for operators, you can just open it up, and you can do, once again, you're a full user of SolidCAM for operators. So if Michael has a problem with a step down, step over, something like this, because I didn't give him access because he's just a simulator.
Still sad.
I'm sorry. You can make those changes. You can use SolidCAM for operators as another lightweight simulator to review multiple parts without interrupting your daily work. One small feature that we did recently add, which Michael requested, and I think it's pretty cool, is the ability to copy-paste operations from SolidCAM for operators to SolidCAM. So for any, pretty cool.
Wait.
We didn't demo it yet.
Yes.
Okay, so the cool thing about that is, sometimes you want to be able to take a tool path with a tool and everything from one CAM part to another. So I'm just going to show it. It ain't, not the most amazing demo, but you can copy a tool path from, let's say, SolidCAM for operators. You can paste it.
By the way, his screen is still only back.
Yeah, it's super tiny, so
hard.
I apologize.
You need glasses.
I do. Paste. So now this HSR operation was copied over. It came in with the tool. Since it's a completely different CAM part, you get a couple little warnings that we need to fix the Mac. I'm going to go over to the upper level and just reset that parameter because my coordinate systems are in a different place. And then you can calculate. So this toolpath from the OneCAM part is now calculating over here. While that's happening, you can jump. Let's say I want to jump back into the other part, and I just want to be like, OK, what feeds and speeds was I using in here? So while SolidCAM is calculating this same operation with this tool and another CAM part, I'm over here making edits and just kind of looking it over. And then when the toolpath is done, now you get your toolpath calculated in your second part. So, OK, not the most amazing thing, but
it is amazing.
These little things
it is amazing. I love it.
They're helpful.
Yeah, so that's our short demo of SolidCAM for operators. So please try it. It's awesome. Now we have the copy and paste functionality as well. So not just for our customers, also for us working in support or in front of the customer. Copy, paste jobs, one click, easy. Let's go.
Awesome. Thank you.